Okay, this is going to be one of my favorite sections, competitor research. Now, this is going to be a little similar to the previous modules on keyword research, but we're going to take what we learned and apply it to begin to formulate a comprehensive strategy that we can begin to implement. We're going to be filling out this spreadsheet together as I go through this. I'm going to show you how I do this for every client that I work with. And I will have a blank version of this in the downloadables for you so that you can fill out this form as well, or you can just copy this as you'd like. I'm going to show you how to do this within Ahrefs again, and I will show you how to do a similar version for free in Ubersuggest as well. So what we're going to start by doing here is you can either start by typing in a keyword again if you don't have a competitor here, or we can go over to Site Explorer and if you've already found some of your top competitors. I'm going to start here because I already know a competitor that has done a lot of the work in my industry, but if you're not sure who your top competitors are, I would recommend doing a little bit of that research, reviewing the previous module section, and have an outline of some of your top competitors a while. Here's where the magic happens. But once you have your competitor typed in there, it's going to give you all of this fantastic information that you can scroll through and dig into what's working for them so it can work for you too. But I'm going to click on the top pages tab here. Instead of organic keywords, we're going to go over here and look at their top pages. So once this fully loads, it's going to give you a list of, in order of the most amount of estimated traffic that each one of these pages is getting this particular website. So we're going to fill this one out together. We're going to look through which of these makes sense for us. So let's see, this might be a relevant topic. How long does alcohol stay in your system? I'm just going to simply copy this. I'm going to bring this over here. That particular keyword has a volume of 21,000. I'm going to copy that in here. This content bucket is going to be related content. This is going to help you structure what I'll cover in the next module about pillar and cluster content. Basically, you're creating a series of content that are related to one another, so you can have an internal linking structure in place. So don't worry, I'm going to explain that later in later modules. But for the sake of this one, because this is related to alcohol, we're going to put alcohol here because this is an alcohol-oriented article. This is their URL. So I'm going to copy this link address here. I'm going to paste this right in there like so and make this formatted nicely. We're going to look at the estimated traffic from this article, which they're getting an estimated 14,000 website visitors per month from this article, which is pretty wild. And then to look at the keyword volume, I'm just going to open this one, open the keyword into a different tab over here, and it should show us the keyword difficulty. 14, medium, it's fantastic. So I'm going to do a couple of these examples with you, but I would suggest that you go through this and do this yourself as well. And what we can do is begin to formulate a content strategy. So we have our target keyword here, potentially the article. We have the search volume of that particular keyword. We have the content bucket here. We have that URL that we can essentially re-engineer and create a unique copy of it for ourselves, update that. We have the estimated amount of how much traffic that this article is driving for this website, as well as the keyword difficulty score. Again, the lower the number, the easier it is to potentially rank for. So let's do a couple other ones here. We might do, let's see, here's another potential good one. How long does Percocet stay in your system? So I'm going to copy this over here. I'm going to grab the search volume of this, 3,200 per month. Okay, in the content bucket here, I'm going to label this as Percocet. You could also, in the drug and alcohol reach, this is a type of opioid, prescription opioid medication. So you could either put this to a Percocet, for instance, in this case, or you could label it as opioid. Either works. I'm going to copy this URL, or even prescription drugs that they have it here too. You can kind of see it in the URL. As you're doing this competitor research, you can actually kind of copy their hierarchy structure. And you can see this in here as well, right? So alcoholism treatment is their kind of pillar strategy there, and then this is a separate article that fits within the overall category of alcoholism treatment. Same thing with cocaine treatment, so Adderall versus Vyvanse, alcoholism treatment again. Here's another category that fits within alcoholism, and don't worry, this will all make perfect sense to you as we go through this course together. Okay, so estimated amount of traffic. This is getting 9,200 approximately. And don't worry about differentiating the search volume of this particular keyword than estimated traffic, because it's very likely that this article is ranking for more than just this one keyword, which seems to be the case, right? So even though this specific keyword, also this is a long tail keyword here again, because it's more than 3 words, gets 3,200 searches per month, this article is getting an estimated 9,255 clicks per month. That is a great indicator that this article is ranking for multiple search terms. And then once more, we're going to look over here. We're going to click on to this keyword, and we're going to see what the difficulty score of this particular keyword is. And again, it's a 14, so fantastic. As you fill out this sheet, you can categorize it by content bucket here, for instance. You can categorize it by keyword difficulty score. What I'd recommend is find out the articles and the keywords that make the most transactional sense for your brand, for your business, for your website, or whatever your objective is. And then cross-reference that with an estimate of how much search volume and how much search traffic those keywords and pages are getting, as well as how difficult it is. Because the whole goal of this is to give yourself the best opportunity to rank for the easiest terms and get the most amount of traffic. So we're formulating a strategy here to cut through the noise and get the most amount of relevant traffic as possible. Okay, so I added this extra section in here for you, page paragraphs. This is going to make it even easier for you. So once you have a full and completed list of relevant competitor URLs that are driving a lot of traffic for them, we're just going to simply go to that URL. And what we can do here is copy these paragraph header sections. So these are going to be their H2 tags, for instance. And we can just kind of edit and rework these. You also want to just look through this article itself because this is a top ranking page. So you want to look at all of the elements on here, right? There's a chart with information here. They have resources like a calculator. They have this infographic here that adds a visual element. I saw a video down here, right? There's a video around this particular article that's promoting their YouTube channel. And see, they're also doing a ton of internal linking, right? You might also be interested in. This is a great opportunity for you to link to other articles that are helpful on your website. So essentially, you want to deconstruct what the top ranking pages are for your top competitors and do them better for yourself. So we're going to copy some of these paragraph sections over here. So why we're doing this is so that you know what information that you can write in an article on your own website. These are sections that have obviously worked for this page, so we want to copy and stack onto that strategy. This is called the skyscraper strategy. And you can either do this yourself if you're doing your own writing, or you can hand this off to your blog writer, or if you're outsourcing this to maybe a freelancer, or you have a loved one or someone else doing it, doing the writing for you. You can essentially just send them this guide and say, you know, I need unique information around all of these paragraph sections. Can you do that for me? Can you write unique, well-researched content for each of these paragraphs? And you can work these a little bit too. You don't want to specifically copy word for word the paragraph sections, but you can tweak different words, and then naturally the body paragraphs, you want to edit that and change that out as well so it's unique. You can create unique graphics using Canva. You can get relevant videos, or you can shoot your own video on that topic matter and literally copy this page, add new information, add your own unique perspective on it, and you're creating a unique page that is a winning formula. We're going to do a similar strategy here on Ubersuggest again. This is a free website that will give you some fantastic information. So we're going to enter that competitor's URL in here. We're going to click search. First, you can select whichever country that you want as well. Once this page is fully loaded, again, it's going to give you some fantastic information. It's going to be a little limited here, but what we're going to do is scroll down to this top SEO pages section, and we're going to click on this button, Viewed Pages that drive traffic for this domain. And it is a little bit limited, but it can give you some fantastic ideas. So we can do the same thing. It doesn't show you what the keyword is on here. That's why I like Ahrefs a little bit more. It gives you a little bit more information and data. But you can kind of take from it what you will. For instance, this is probably the target keyword for this one. We can copy this URL right here. Put this into our URL here. For instance, we can see that this article is getting them an estimated 588,000 website visitors per month. That seems very high to me, but it is possible since they're ranking so high for this. So let's put this in here, estimated amount of traffic. And that's essentially how you can do this strategy for free with a little bit more limited data. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. This is going to give you a lot of fantastic information. You can rework these individual pages and work them for yourself.